November has always been a special period for Sony alpha cameras, and this year is no exception. The rumors are gathering momentum, and the excitement is buzzing within the community. All signs point to a major announcement, and we know for a fact that a new product is due to be unveiled soon. Global supply chain challenges have impacted tech companies everywhere, but despite these obstacles, Sony seems ready to push through with something big. And by big, I mean really big, flagship big. That's right, because I think that next month update is going to be the Sony Alpha 1 Mark II. The original Alpha 1 was announced back in 2021, and it's still a phenomenal camera with insane speed, super reliable autofocus and 8K capabilities. But what can you expect from this update? Well, as I mentioned, the Sony Alpha 1 is already a top-of-the-line camera. I personally don't think they will change the 50 megapixel sensor, but most likely add an AI chip to make things faster and more reliable through machine learning. They might include a global shutter and the body of the A9 III, and maybe, and I say just maybe, the 4-axis LCD display of the A7R5, but for some reason I don't see this happening, but let's hope. A7S IV, nope. Honestly guys, I don't see this coming anytime soon, probably never. I think the A7S line is terminated. Sony has invested heavily into the FX line, which is specifically tailored for videos. The FX3, for instance, has been a massive success with incredible video capabilities and compact design. It's built for filmmakers, and it has got everything you'd want from a video-centric camera. You could argue that the A7S IV will target a different audience because of the EVF, but I personally don't think that's a good enough reason for Sony to start investing in a new model. The FX line is filling the video niche extremely well, but please let me know in the comments below what you think about the A7S line. The FX4 or the FX3 Mark II. This seems to me a more plausible camera to be announced instead of the A7S IV, and this is one of the cameras I'm most excited about. Reason being, my workflow is shifting more and more towards videos, and I'm seriously considering moving towards the FX line. Don't get me wrong, I still love my A7 IV, but during summertime it does overheat, and that's where a cooling fan will be a game changer. I'm pretty sure they won't change the design much, because it's already excellent the way it is, with plenty of customizable buttons, but I'm expecting some key improvements. Enhanced IBIS, better autofocus, and a brand new 6K sensor that will be perfect for high-end video work. And finger crossed we'll see an XLR input built into the body for better audio integration. And for those of you that are hoping for an internal ND filter, I'd say don't hold your breath. The body of the FX4 will most likely be too small to accommodate such a feature, but there is no harm in dreaming. And last but not least, the A7 V. Quite a few people online are speculating that the A7 V will be announced in the first few months of 2025, anything between January and March, and that makes sense. With the competition heating up in both price and performance, Sony would have to pack quite a punch into this A7 V update. I believe they will stick with the same 33 megapixel sensor because it's the sweet spot for most videographers and photographers, but we should see a better readout speed and improved rolling shutter performance, something the A7 IV has been struggling with. 4K 60 with no crop is another thing that people have been asking for, and while this has never been an issue for me, I can see why it can be a deal breaker for some others. I can also see Sony giving us the new A7R5 4-axis LCD display along with improved EVF. And I know that a lot of people have been asking for a stacked sensor for even better speed, but I don't think Sony is gonna bless us with this update just yet. However, an AI autofocus chip is definitely possible, which will bring us some incredible announcement to subject tracking and overall autofocus performance. I honestly think Sony needs to take this update really seriously. The A7 V is going to be the sweet spot between all the lineup products. Many people are carefully looking at this product, waiting to make the big move. Unfortunately, convincing people to ditch their previous product in order to buy a new one is getting harder and harder, and simply because they don't have a reason to. At the end of the day, what kind of feature can you put in a new camera that the one we already have in our hands doesn't already have?